For today's Cyber CEO episode,
any type of leverage that's successful, it's huge. He's doing all the newsletters, all the social media posting. He can make anything. It's so refreshing. So I love not having to worry about it. I like getting things done quick. I'll have him do this, he picks it up. I'll have him do this, he picks it up right away. Now I think, what else can 𝗙𝗏 do? Very helpful. Love Cyberbacker.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Marilyn, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you today? Nice to see you.
Yes, nice to see you too. And again, I'm doing great. Thank you very much for coming back. I know this is your second time here. Really appreciate it. Now, what we just wanted to talk about today was, of course, your experience with Cyberbacker. How's everything been going since the last time we spoke, Marilyn?
It's good. It's actually, I got some tips from the head backer on communicating with 𝗙𝗏, who's my Cyberbacker. And now I think we're on our 5th month, so things are going quite well. One thing about 𝗙𝗏, he's a fast study. I show him, he can copy anything, any pictures. He picks up things relatively quickly. So it's the communication. It's always communicate expectations, talk to him. The more direction. And one of the tips that I thought was really useful was to record the instructions. Everything's recorded, and it's almost a 99% hit now.
Oh, that's good to know. So talk to me about that communication, though. How do you create a strong communication? Strong communication with someone who's virtual, just like what you're doing now with 𝗙𝗏.
3 things. It's in writing. It's clear. Number 2, he sends a report to me, an end of day report that says what he's doing. The key to the report, though, is the detail. If 𝗙𝗏, so he has to write it in a way that I don't have to ask any questions. So said, I finished task 1. Doesn't tell me anything because I'm numbering task 1, task 2, task 3. But if he writes, I finished the February newsletter, see the difference?
Yeah, there's a difference.
So it's a tweak in the detail. And number 3 is how I communicate to him. If I record it and I'm specific and I show him an example, words and pictures, like I said, it's a 99% hit. So that improved. It saves us both time. I can also record at night or videotape on his off hours. So I work longer days, 12-hour days. I can keep giving him instruction. It's by text, by email, by video. So he can be in the ready when he gets on a shift at 11.
Sure. So how often do you video call then with your Cyberbacker? Because texts are easy, phone calls are easy. How about just like what we're doing now? How often do you do video call?
I never tracked it. Every time we have an instruction, 𝗙𝗏 we video Zoom actually. He videotapes everything. He always asks permission to record, and I do. Because he can play it over and over, and I slow down and give him clear instructions. Sometimes so I would say to an owner, you have to take responsibility for giving poor directions. If he didn't figure something out, it's usually because it's my fault. I didn't say it clear enough, or I didn't deliver what I needed clearly.
All right. So really, the communication is very important. Again, I know it's only been 5 months that you've been working together. Now, remind me again, is this your first time working with someone virtual, Marilyn?
Yes.
Yes. Now,
I never wanted to do it before.
Why not? If you don't mind me asking.
I was skeptical for many reasons. I'll give you all the reasons. I was skeptical because I couldn't see them.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing someone in your office, they're right there. Could they be goofing off all day? It's unlikely if they're sitting in the same room with me that they could goof off all day, right? And not be productive. And it's easy for me to hand them something. That's number one. It's faster. I like to go fast. So if we have to fix it, they can ask me. I can answer them very easily without interrupting our day. Number three, I can show them. So like everything is, hey, I just saw this, look. So I can almost immediately interrupt, which is not always a good thing because then it affects their work day. And I think you're not working by yourself anymore. And like meaning in the physical space, I work in my house alone. So it's nice to have someone here. And then it's not so nice if you don't have the right person. Yikes. So I think it's efficient. It's time efficient. Those were the reasons I didn't want to. I thought the money is reasonable. What I didn't know, what the challenge was, he's my second cyberbacker, is so you can't know how they're going to perform. People can look good on a resume.
True.
When it comes down to brass tacks of doing real estate, it's a hard job. It's demanding. And not everyone can keep pace. You have to be able to go fast. You have to keep pace with it. So there's always an unknown with hiring. And I don't particularly like it that much, to tell you the truth. It's not my favorite thing. If I could do it all and have it done by and had another 12 hours, so it's hard to delegate.
Definitely agree with you, especially the delegation part. Now, good thing you have someone like Irvin who's very helpful, who's always there. Now, you mentioned just having the right person, working with the right person earlier. Now, is Irvin, your cyberbacker, the right person for you now?
Yes, and there are parts that we have not mastered. So yes, the things that he's doing well, and he's doing repeatedly. There are some gaps so the goal of any assistant is to take the job away 100%. That means I don't have to put my eyes on it at all. And what I haven't quite figured out with him is, should he advance to full-time 40 hours and he's in charge, or do I hire another person to be in charge of him who manages him? He says he's very eager to learn and he can pick up things. It's a challenge to train him on some of the repetition. So let me see if I can make that more clear. I need him to be able to think. I need him to manage. I need him to manage that. The right long-term hire manages my admin and marketing side, and they don't need me anymore because they can think and do it. They took full control of it. We're not there yet. Now that's not his fault. Again, none of it's his fault. I have to relinquish, but then he has to own the job. There can't be mistakes. So after a while, the things you accept in 90 days, at 6 months, no. So if it's the same mistakes in 6 months that it was in 90 days, find out the candidate, he hit his lid or his ceiling. And so someone who always makes typos is always going to make typos. So that we're monitoring that. I said, I need this. That was the recent conversation I'm like, I need you to take the whole job. It shouldn't come back. We went over all the tasks that were unfinished. And when a task is unfinished, it doesn't mean it goes away. So does that help?
That's clear. Yeah, very, very clear. But at least it helps out. Again, probably within the next few months, you can work that out with your cyberbacker, of course.
Yeah.
Now, virtual leverage. What do you think are the advantages of having someone to help you virtually, just like your cyberbacker, just like what Irvin is doing for you now?
It's huge. any type of leverage that's successful. I really don't, he's doing all the newsletters, all the social media posting. He can make anything. All I have to do, it's so refreshing to tell him one time and he'll go, Marilyn, I did it. He literally does it. And I'm like, did he know I was going to ask him? Like, that's where he moves at a fast pace. So I love not having to worry about it. I like getting things done quick. I keep thinking, what else can Irvin do? He might not have enough hours. I'll have him do this. He picks it up. I'll have him do this. He picks it up. So, yeah, right away. So I'm just, I have to formulate a system for him that he can follow Monday through Friday. That's what we're working on right now. But I need the backers' help because when I'm doing my job, so training someone while they're doing their job is a little tricky with time management. Sure. So many times I'm just asking them to do, then I have times to teach him, like, hey, let's go over this, see this, let's change that color. It's probably not that important. It's more important to get it out. And then I have time to fix, like tweak it a little, do details.
Yes, definitely. Now, I think that part of it is as what we talked about earlier, the communication, right then and there. Challenges like this, communication is very, very important, right? Because you have to let them know expectations, things like that. It all boils down to communication, right?
Yes, it does. Yes. Absolutely.
One last question for you, Marilyn. And I just wanted to know, how has Virtual Leverage and Cyberbacker helped you grow your business then, Marilyn, so far for the past few months?
Well, 𝗙𝗪 and Raina and Pauline, first of all, they're so helpful. They're on the ready. I text them, they respond. They're quick responders. They listen to the needs of what I said when we were having a struggle. I said, can you train on this? They did. Everything I've asked, they've done. So they respond basically in whatever training Irvin's needed. And Irvin, I'll say, ask them, he does, and then he says, and then he just does it. So I love the on the go training, and I love that it's never finished. So I think that's huge. I love their personality. Like 𝗙𝗪's she started out being amazing, and then you go to Raina, and then you meet Pauline, and there's a carryover. For each person has the same. I like Omar. Omar's been helpful. So they all have the positive attitude, the go-to, like, what can we do? So that's an environment you want to work in because you can always make it better. It's patient. It's patience and time. And I am ready to do another one before this season. And Irvin and I have talked about how to do the next step a little bit. But I don't know what the right decision. Should we get a second person? It may even be easier for them. They could do a longer shift too, like a shift in. I always felt bad about the hours not being on his clock hours, because eventually you could say as long as the work is completed, it really doesn't matter the time on some of it. Some things are time sensitive, but so that'd be my answer to that. Very helpful. Love Cyberbacker.
We appreciate you. And of course, here in Cyberbacker, you don't just get one person, you get a whole team to help you out with your business. That's something, of course, we're very excited about your growth, your business growth, the partnership that you have with Irvin, your Cyberbacker. Also, I hope this isn't the last time I get to talk to you. Maybe we can do this again in the next few months, check up on you and Irvin. Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Perfect. I appreciate it.
Have a great day, Marilyn. Take care. Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.